How bad is the peace and order problem? It is bad. Worse than bad, it is anarchy. In Silang, Cavite, the police are protecting the killers of an American retiree, killed by Caviteños who broke into the house of another American, roughed up his wife, stole everything that was not screwed to the floor, and for good measure shot his guest, an old American retired person from the U.S. military. On any street in Manila, you will be accosted by men with knives and robbed of everything in your person. Waitresses at a coffee house were amazed I had the courage to use a cell phone. They no longer carry theirs. Throughout every nook and cranny in the country, young people will beg and borrow, steal and kill for a fix. OFWs complain that sending money back home is no longer for tuition, but to pay for their children's habit. Retired cops say that new recruits no sooner don their uniforms than deal drugs. And as you know, the British weaponized Indian opium to create and to hold, until death did them part, tens of millions of Chinese that they systematically addicted to opium. The Japanese continued the practice in the parts of China they conquered. Today, most drugs come from Chinese sources. Drugs and the crimes they spawn are a problem only Duterte can solve, or seriously start to do so. It is not a problem of logistics. It is beyond the problem of law enforcement. It is a question of character, and character cannot be hired. It can only be elected to power. Do you hate the problem enough to break the law, to stamp it out? Can you be the cure that is worse than the disease and kill it? Only Duterte has said, in a powerful moment, that in the name of God, he hates drugs. But in last Sunday's debate, Duterte admitted that he might fail. But we all know it is Duterte or nobody. In the words of the great Roman, aut Caesar, aut nihil, either Caesar or nothing. Drugs and crimes they spawn have escalated into a national security problem. This is how a foreign power can control us, body and soul. Only Duterte has said, without a moment's hesitation, he will shoot his kids if he catches them with drugs. That is the best rehab program ever. It works, and it buries the problem out of sight. In the coming elections, think about this. After 6 years of this administration, an entire country is on the verge of breakdown. Who can pull it back from the abyss? If not Duterte, for he promises to resign, who can in his place? Or can any of his rivals be, not do, but be, another Duterte? This question was never raised in the debate. It is now raised before your political conscience. Keep well.